Welcome to the 902 Podcast, the official podcast of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm Captain John Vik, and I want to thank you for listening. This podcast will give you an inside look at LSO with topics and guests to discuss public safety issues impacting Lancaster County. Be sure to subscribe for highlights on news, cases, and the people working for you at LSO. You can also follow us across social media at LSO Nebraska on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Welcome to the 902 Podcast. We're live in studio today on video, and we're still trying out some new stuff. Amanda was super excited when I told her that we were going on video a couple minutes before we started. So, yes. Amanda, thanks for being here today to talk about the Pink Patch Project. Sheriff Wagner, Chief Deputy Houchin in the house. Thanks for being here, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah. We're getting ready for fall once the weather starts to cooperate. It's still kind of hot in Lincoln, but we'll get there. So, Amanda, before we talk about the Pink Patch Project itself, you've been on the show a couple times before, or at least once, and maybe just remind our viewers a little bit about who you are, where you're from.
Okay. I am Amanda Gress. Have been here since 2008. I've been a cop since 2004. And so I'm on my 20th year this year. And I am from Lincoln. I graduated from Southeast High School. And I have just enjoyed my life as a law enforcement officer, I guess.
Yeah. And you're still working in our personnel and training unit here. And so you're big into recruiting and our training stuff, but also public outreach and community engagement has a big part of your duties. So I guess that kind of brings us to today. How did you get involved with the Pink Patch Project? And for people out there that don't know what that is.
Okay. So back in 2017, I learned about just the breast cancer awareness initiatives by different agencies throughout Nebraska because I went through my own battles. In 2017, they found precancerous cells in my breast tissue. And I opted, due to family history, as a preventative breast cancer double mastectomy. That didn't go as planned. 8 surgeries, and 2 years later, it took to get myself back to normal-ish. And so since 2019, I have had no issues with any of that, and all of my scans and everything come back fine. I never had to do cancer treatments or anything like that. It was all preventative for me. And there are just certain things that I can't physically do really anymore because of all the surgeries that I've had, but I'm happy, healthy, and doing well. So in 2017 is also when I met Brandy Preston from the Nebraska Pink Patch Project. And when I started to see pink patches going around throughout different agencies, I was like, well, those are really cool. I would like to do that. Based on my journey and what happened with me. And I know that other people in our agency have been through that as well. So my goal was to just create a pink patch.
So Sheriff, we brought you a couple samples of pink patches.
Yes.
Back
I remember. Yes.
And I think you went with the really pink one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one with too much black on it, I think it was.
The discussion.
It didn't show the pink as well. So. Yeah.
Well, we'll show those here in a little bit as we keep talking about it. But Amanda, certainly a personal connection for you, and we're glad that you're obviously doing well. But a lot of people affected by this stuff. So I think the main drive behind the Pink Patch Project is really to bring awareness to this stuff. So walk us through some of the mission history of the Pink Patch Project.
So Seal Beach, California, started Breast Cancer Awareness Week in 2013. And then over $1.5 million was raised worldwide to raise awareness about life-saving benefits of early detection and intervention in the fight against breast cancer. So it helps with funding research, treatments, and education for finding a cure on it. So.
And Ben, really, I think for a lot of these agencies, we have visible interactions with the public day to day.
Yes.
Where our uniformed folks are out on the street meeting, talking with people. So I think for some of these early agencies, it made sense. There's sports teams that do it and stuff too. The NFL
yes.
is big with October. So I think it kind of made sense that there was maybe just some sort of conversation starter on some people's uniforms. Would you agree?
Oh, most definitely. And, and the thing that's exciting is how it has grown in Nebraska and how many more agencies are doing that. And it's great that they are finding these people to give their money to the nonprofits or whoever that's helping doing the research on this. Because as Amanda can contest, finding cancer early is the number one thing on being able to beat it. And it is so important. And I think putting that in the forefront of people's minds and maybe reminding them that they need to go to the doctor and have a test done is huge, because like most cancers, and breast is the same way. If it gets to a certain point, then the battle is really hard to win.
Your options get limited
Yes,
at that point. Amanda, and the agencies design their own patches. I know you were big in the process of that. So let's talk about our patch specifically. The sheriff was talking about it a couple minutes ago, but what went into the design for ours?
So for the actual patch for the ones that deputies wear, we wanted to keep it similar to what we already have, which is the yellow gold color patch. So do you want me to show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
This is the patch that the deputies wear, which is very similar to what we already have for our uniforms, except our uniforms have the gold yellow color instead of the pink.
It definitely pops against the uniform.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the one that the deputies wear. The original 2 years ago when I helped create it, that's what we went with. So, yep.
And then go ahead and show them the other one there, because we have an alternate as well.
So, of course, the one that we made before that I just showed you is for our deputies to wear. And then our FOP 29 union decided to make our own to be able to hand out to the public as like mementos and help raise money for our union. So we created this one, which is just opposite of what that is, except I don't know if you can see it, but there's like the ribbon, the breast cancer ribbon, the cancer ribbon in there.
Kind of see it inset on the black there.
And you can kind of see it better on the back here. And I just thought that was a really cool feature that has all the ribbons for it. So this one was the one our union went with.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Captain John Vik with the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. When it comes to your career, don't settle for good enough. Don't settle for ordinary. We won't either. Be different, be better, be exceptional. Start your future today at joinlso.com. Well, we tie everything we're talking about on the 902 podcast to public safety. And a lot of times we think of public safety sheriff in terms of traffic, in terms of calls for service and things like that. But when you look at the statistics, especially for women's health in the United States, according to the American Cancer Society, it's the most common cancer in women in the U.S. aside from skin cancers. And it actually accounts for 30%, about a third of all new female cancers that are diagnosed each year. So big issue going on in the United States. And, the scary thing is, and this is just why we want to call attention to it, the American Cancer Society is estimating in 2024 over 300,000 new cases of invasive breast cancer. And sadly, by their estimates, about 42,000 women could die from breast cancer this year. So like you said, Ben, certainly something that is a public safety issue. Maybe not the ones we always think of front of mind on some of the topics we talk about this show, but it's the second leading cause of cancer death in women in the United States, and only being second to lung cancer. So definitely something that impacts our community in a big way.
Yeah. And you don't have to look very hard to find somebody that that's been affected in some way by that. And, going through cancer is one thing, but then it affects your kids, it affects your spouse, it affects all those parts of it. And it's with those numbers there, and you do that each year over and over again, people, it is a huge concern for everybody. And I'm just glad that Amanda took the time and did this and bringing it out to the forefront to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Amanda, some of those numbers are pretty scary and kind of sobering. But I suppose the other number that's important to mention, there's over 4 million breast cancer survivors in the United States, and I think that's the other important statistic to mention out of all this, because there are things that can be done, early detection, treatment, and those are all things that we're trying to, I guess, bring awareness to and help be a part of, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, Sheriff, there are some other charities that we do throughout the year. So this is one of them, kind of focused at women's health here in October. We've also got No Shave November coming up, which I know you have deputies kind of beat you up on each year, because it's a case by case scenario, right?
It is, and sometimes they try to twist my arm into making it No Shave November and December.
Yes.
Oh, and they've won that battle before too.
I know. Yeah.
And I
once.
There's been some pretty elaborate proposals over the years. I think some maybe some disinformation about some John Wayne quotes just to try and tug at your heartstrings and about whether beards impact. But so we've partnered with a couple different charities, some men's health type of stuff to follow the women's health stuff we do in October, and we'll kind of see where that goes for this year. But
we've done heart screening. We've done the Child Advocacy Center as one of our charities. So.
So I guess we kind of try and hop around a little bit differently each year, and then the Special Olympics is another one that we've done kind of with the cop on top, bringing awareness to the Special Olympics and helping to do some fundraisers. I think
somebody I know rappelled down a building or something for that, didn't they?
I did.
Yeah.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
I think you and Assistant Chief Stilley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that okay?
Is that the Cornhusker, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll stay tuned and maybe have to feature an episode on that stuff coming up. But before we close, Amanda, the Pink Patch Project, people can go to where can they find more information about that?
So if they go to the Nebraska Pink Patch Project and click on apparel, it'll redirect them to Port and Company Classic T-shirt company, and then at the checkout they just put in Lancaster County Sheriff's Office at the checkout, and then all of that money will go to the April Sampson Cancer Foundation.
Did we show the shirt?
I did not.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got to show the shirt here.
Better
So I do
pull
have
the
a
shirt.
shirt.
Yes.
So people know what they're getting with that.
Okay, so this is the front. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep.
So
Pink Patch Project.
Patch Project 2024, and then the back shows all of the agencies that
That's cool.
have benefited or put their patches out there and are currently in the Pink Patch Project.
Yeah, a lot of partner
far,
agencies across Nebraska.
I think 27 now.
Yeah. Some of those agency heads have been right here on this show. Chief Waugh from Kearney and Colonel Bolduc from the State Patrol. They have agencies represented on there, and definitely something we're trying to get together with other partner agencies to bring awareness and attention to this important subject.
Well, we went to a news conference, and the Douglas County Sheriff's Office showed up, and they have a cruiser that is dedicated to all cancers.
Okay,
and
yeah.
It was, you can go to the State Patrol, and it may even be on our webpage too, to show that, but they're bringing... they're going with all of them, not just the pink patch on that, but they're hitting all the cancers.
Sheriff Hansen been on this show too.
Right.
And
Yeah.
a big supporter of this.
Just cancer awareness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Super. Well, so Amanda, just to make sure that people kind of know where they can get these again and where the money's going. So if they want to donate specifically to, the Cancer Foundation that we've partnered with, how do they go about doing that?
So if you want to donate to them, just go to the Nebraska Pink Patch Project, and the proceeds will go to April Sampson Cancer Foundation. If you'd like,
And that's for the shirt.
That's for the shirt. Yes. If you would like the patch that we created for the union, you could come to the sheriff's office and pick one up. They're $5, and
And those proceeds go to the union.
back to the union to help sponsor whatever we decide to sponsor throughout the year.
And then how do you get the really pink patch?
You have to become a deputy.
Okay. And where can people go to become a deputy?
You can go to joinlso.com, and we will be our applications open on Tuesday.
They do. So we still have some vacancies. We've filled quite a few of them.
Yes.
Yeah, we have. But we do have some people that are going to be completing their careers here in the next
Yep.
year and retiring. And so there'll be some other ones. And we're looking for some very good men and women to come fill these places and become part of our team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sheriff, closing thoughts on Pink Patch Project for this episode?
Well, I'm just thankful that, you know, people like Amanda will get an idea like this, run with it, do all the legwork that's necessary to really bring it to its conclusion. And I appreciate your initiative and thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in today. Be sure to check out joinlso.com. We've got career opportunities coming up, like we mentioned. You can check for the Nebraska Pink Patch Project on Google. Type in Lancaster County when you're buying your shirt, and we'll make sure that those funds, it's all handled through the project, and those funds will go directly to support the cancer awareness and research. And again, the black pink patch you can get by contacting the sheriff's office. We'll put you in touch with the union folks if that's something you're interested in. But again, the pink one is very exclusive to people that are hired as deputies. I can't say we did that on purpose, but it happened, coincidentally. So we'll take it. JoinLSO.com for that stuff. Make sure to subscribe to the 902 podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. And again, be sure to reach out to us on social media at LSO Nebraska, or send us an email, lso@lancaster.ne.gov. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.